I'm Granny Green Thumb, and today we're going to talk about zucchini. I got an email from someone at askgrannygreenthumb@gmail.com, and she said, help, my zucchini plants only have females, and they're not pollinating. So I'm going to just talk about how to get your zucchini plants to produce. First off, people say anybody can grow zucchini, and it's super easy. Don't believe them. I've had plenty of years when my zucchini did not do what I wanted it to do. So if you're struggling with your zucchini plant, don't feel bad. The first thing to know is that when your plant first puts off flowers, they're almost always all female, which is a problem because every zucchini plant has both female and male flowers. To help with that, I always plant more than one zucchini plant. Even if you only think you need one, plant more than one. You'll have more of a chance of them pollinating. The second thing to do is plant some decorative flowers around them to attract the pollinators. The third thing is to prune. But let's start with looking at the plant itself and what we're looking for. Okay, this zucchini plant, something's been nibbling on it, but this is a male flower. A male flower. It has no bulb part, nothing that's going to become a zucchini. This is the female. It has the little baby zucchini to start with and then the flower at the end. This flower is going to open, and then our friend the bee is going to pollinate from the male flower to the female flower, and then we'll end up with a zucchini like this. This one was pollinated and it continued to grow. If they're not pollinated, this is what happens. It rots, it doesn't grow, and we just have to pull it off and throw it to the chickens. So we need both kinds of flowers for it to become a zucchini. So we have to remember we're growing fruit, not the plant, even though a big, beautiful zucchini plant sounds wonderful. So we want to keep the lower branches cut off. I've already trimmed off those, but you could trim this one off. Over here, see this one down underneath? I'm going to cut that one off. You can just pinch them, but I'm not a good pincher, so I just cut them off. And that allows for several things. One, it allows for air to grow through. It allows to have a new plant. This one looks terrible. New growth. And it allows the bees to find the little zucchini flowers to pollinate. If the bee can't find it because there's so much bush all around, it'll never pollinate. So it's okay to trim your zucchini plant. These are ones I trimmed before. They're looking creepy, so I'm going to cut them off. Trim the ones down from below, any that are damaged, and then this is fine. This is more than enough green to keep this plant alive and healthy. Trimming your zucchini plant or pruning it also helps with powdery mildew. All right, the last thing we're going to talk about for our zucchini plants is watering them. I mentioned that to avoid powdery mildew, we want to keep water off the leaves as much as possible. But these are big leaves, and they tend to get wilty in the heat. Where I live, it's a dry heat, and they always get wilty in the afternoon. So there's two things to remember. One, try very hard to water from below. Don't do overhead spray. Try to keep water off the leaves. That's for the powdery mildew. And then remember that you might have to water your zucchini more than you water other plants. The other plants can take the heat better. Their leaves are smaller. These ones will always droop every afternoon. Now, some droopage is expected. They droop, they perk back up in the evening. But if they're seriously drooping, you need to give them a drink of water down below, nice and low, so they don't get their leaves wet, but give them a drink of water so that they can stay healthy. Now, if you have trouble with squash bugs, send me an email. We'll do a different video on that. But hopefully that will help you keep your zucchini producing and healthy through the whole summer and maybe even into the fall. Email me your questions at askgrannygreenthumb@gmail.com. Enjoy your zucchini and always eat your vegetables. Bye-bye.